What's going on, guys? It's Deceiver back with another video for you guys today, and today we're going to be answering the question, is GFuel worth it? Let's get into the video. Now, to answer the main question in today's video, of course, GFuel does work. It is a great caffeine supplement that you can add into your daily routine. Now, the biggest thing surrounding this on YouTube has been the scientific breakdown of the focus formula and the energy formula. The main points that I've seen in my own personal research in GFuel is that the ingredients in these formulas are not allowed a high enough weight or, per gram or whatever you want to say to act the way they need to be beneficial. With that said, I can speak on my personal experience that GFuel is the only product that I have used that has given me a good caffeine energy boost, as well as not giving me harsh caffeine crashes. Now, if you go to any gas station and pick up a Red Bull, Monster, NOS, you name it, you got it. I have experienced crashes on a lot of those different caffeine supplements, and honestly, they're not as healthy when you break down the carbs, sugars, all that sort of thing. If you purchase a tub of GFuel, you get 40 servings in the tub, and per serving you get 140 milligrams of caffeine, which is a substantial amount, as well as 15 calories per serving. Now that, for me, is a great daily supplement. Instead of drinking a Monster and having how many hundreds of grams of sugar and carbohydrates and whatever, I drink 2 to maybe 3 at the most throughout my daily routine. Now, I usually drink the powder form during my normal work. I do call center stuff, and I take calls and work at a desk all day. It gets me through everything that I need to, allows me to stay focused on task, all that sort of thing. Now, consume caffeine responsibly. The biggest thing around GFuel that you're going to see as far as dangers on YouTube is the fact that people believe they are marketing to kids. Now, with that said, gaming is what GFuel is marketed to. I mean, GFuel, Game Labs, gaming, all that sort of stuff just kind of go together. I am not promoting caffeine consumption in minors and things of that nature, but what I will say is that when I was a younger kid, me and my best friend used to sneak off to the gas station, buy Monsters 2 for $4, and then chug them in our local park and hide them from our parents. Now, was that a great thing for us to be doing? Absolutely not. It is very irresponsible. Now, if you choose to consume caffeine and do it carefully, again, 2 to 3 servings a day, there is research out there that shows that 400 to 600 milligrams of caffeine for an average adult is healthy. And I believe that GFuel adding that into my daily routine is definitely beneficial. I can tell you, I've definitely enjoyed, working more with it because I don't have the same lulls during the day. I have that energy when I want it. With that being said, we have the canned form of GFuel as well. Now, this is going to be 300 milligrams per can, and the serving size is 1 can. Now, obviously, you're not going to want to drink multiple of these cans a day. Personally, I like to drink a can of GFuel whenever I'm about to record. It gives me the kick and boost of energy that I need. I feel a lot more stimulated and a lot more focused when I drink the canned version, but I mean, it is pretty much drinking 2 of the normal shaker cups of GFuel you normally get. Now, again, drink caffeine responsibly, and any questions that you have regarding GFuel, please leave in the comments down below. I would love to make a part 2 or answer any questions you guys may have. But now that we have covered that, I would love to get into how to use GFuel. And with that, we're gonna have like a little demonstration here for you. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna take your shaker cup, and if you don't have one, that's fine. Serving sizes are in the form of 8 ounces of water and 1 scoop of the tub. Now, you're gonna take your shaker cup and you're gonna twist off the lid, just like so, any other water bottle. And you twist off the lid, and what you have is this little fan blade, and kind of mixes up the powder and water together, and then just, the rest of the cup. What I like to do is I like to fill the water until it just covers the bottom edge of these little fan blades, and then I take my scoop of GFuel and I dump it in there, and I will demonstrate that with an actual bottle here. I filled it up, and if you look at the side on all of the GFuel cups, they do have side markers, so you can see those little markings there on how many milliliters, ounces, whatever, whatever the serving. Anyway, so again, I'm gonna unscrew the cap of the GFuel. So now that you see the cup of GFuel, you're gonna take your tub of GFuel, you're gonna untwist the lid on that, and you're gonna want to make sure that the area is dry around you. You don't want to get water in the powder itself, especially in the main tub. But inside here, you can see there's a little scooper, and then if you see that little white packet, that is what GFuel puts in there to make sure that the powder stays dry. So you're going to take your scooper, and you're just going to get a full scoop to get it to the top edge of the rim there. So now you can see I have my full scoop here. So you're going to take it and you're going to flip it upside down over the cup. Now the big thing to note here is you're not going to want to tap it onto the actual hoop here or any part of the shaker cup itself. I've noticed with my personal experience in doing that, sometimes you get the powder inside flat and it makes it harder to get out of the actual scooper, or you might get a little bit of moisture inside the actual tub, and you don't want that. You don't want to get moisture in there. Now that we have the powder in there, you're just going to take the lid, put it right back on, screw it down. I like to make sure that it's tight, obviously. Now, this is something I've learned from personal experience as well. What I like to do is take a dish towel and cover the just the shaker cup. And what I do is essentially I take the towel, cover it, and then I hold the towel against this bottom lip here. I've noticed that when you shake it, you're not necessarily shaking out the contents that are in the cup, but any water that may be, the result of the cap being wet and putting it on, and it just makes less of a mess. If you cover it like this, again, just pinch under the cap and shake it up. Now we have our GFuel nice and shaken up here. You can see it's all mixed in. You can see it's all nice. The big thing to note here is if you're sipping on your GFuel, you're going to want to shake it every time you go to open it up. If you're using it like I recommended here, over time the white powder layer will build up at the bottom of the cup. Just shake it up and everything will be back to normal. It just, it doesn't completely dissolve properly. So once you do that, now we're going to open the shaker cup. Now, you guys might think this is all straightforward, but I promise these are some tips that you're going to want to have for your first experience. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your thumb, put it under the tab, and you're going to want to hold down on the top with the rest of your fingers and apply pressure with your thumb, but kind of hold the lid down with the rest of your fingers. Now, if you heard, it went when you open the shaker cup, and I've had this experience with 3 individual shaker cups, when you open it, there's a little bit of pressure that just escapes and goes, and if you open it too quickly or harshly, it will throw GFuel a little bit, just a few drops, but if you do that, everything will be fine. So then you just take your GFuel, and of course, you consume responsibly. Now, the biggest thing, especially if you're going to invest in the tubs of GFuel here, is you're going to want to buy on the buy one get one free. They have these offers pretty often. Most major holidays, even minor ones. There was a back to school, there was a Labor Day sale recently, and one of those is how I got my buy one get one. These tubs are $35.99 US per tub. Now, when you get a buy one get one free, you're saving yourself $36. Now, of course, you have shipping and handling fees. I think for me, it usually comes out to like $42 when it's all said and done. But I've noticed that between like the stints of their buy one get ones, the 40 ounce or the 40 serving tubs usually get me a couple months worth of usage, and then I'm ready for the next buy one get one. I personally have purchased and consumed most of 10 tubs of GFuel, and again, several of their cans. Again, as long as you are consuming responsibly, that is the key. You do not want to be the victim of a caffeine addiction, because they can be a real pain in the ass, headaches, and we won't even get into that. Just drink caffeine responsibly. And again, GFuel is not dangerous if used properly. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of the video for you today. If you did enjoy, please leave a like on the video. Definitely lets other people on YouTube know that this was a good video for you guys to watch. If you do have any questions surrounding GFuel, please let me know in the comments down below, or if you want to see any more review style content like this from me. Also, if you guys are going to buy GFuel and it's not on a buy one get one, or you just want to use a code, I am not currently sponsored by GFuel, but if you are going to use a code, please use code Dismo. He's one of my favorite creators, and it would definitely do him the world to use that for 10% off normally, or 30% off whenever they're having bigger deals going on. Guys, I'm Deceiver, and I will see you in the next one.